eye contact, face to face, whenever we try to contact to each other.
The
So,
stability is mandatory in this means conferencing. Stability of actually means device.
so now I will pose some questions one by one, and you will have to, access to figure out to find out those questions answers, and just that's it. And normally questions, and generally we tend to ask, we used to ask these kind of questions in our childhood. Now I'll pose some general questions, general knowledge like GK. Okay,
Okay.
so you will have to answer rapidly. So my first question would be regarding your education. What is your last qualification in your education, Mr. Pratap?
Okay, my last education is MSc or MA in geography.
MSc, Master Science of Computers.
No, actually, na means I have done my masters in geography, but this is part of also science or arts both. Actually, that's why this degree called MSc or MA. Actually,
So what was your stream in plus two? Plus two means 12th standard. What was your stream, your branch, like science, commerce, arts? Generally, students took these kind of branches.
hmm.
What was your branch?
Actually, my branch was science. Actually,
Nice. How many marks did you score in science?
score is not good actually, but that's why I switched my subject in the masters.
Nice. So, in which subject you were interested mostly? Most of the time, you used to spend on that subject all the time throughout your journey of 12th standard, like physics, chemistry, biology, and math. What was your stream like? PCMB, PCM,
PCB, PCB.
PCB, or you wanted to be a doctor?
No, actually, I was not aware about my dream or my passion actually. So that's why actually I decided easy subject. So maths was not maths was not my cup of tea actually. So so that's why I did selected the biology for the easy concern. Okay, so that's why I did selected the uh,
Okay,
this,
there was not any quiet decision that you have took, interest. There was no any perfect decision that you have made and took decision that I am going to be a doctor to take by taking biology. Specifically, students used to take biology and psychology or these kind of subjects are considered to make them, doctors or psychiatrists. So now my question will be regarding your dreams, your hobbies, your aspirations, your future plans, and what are your, aspirants, your future plans, as per your study or as per your desires, burning desires. Like we have material desires, materialistic. We are being nowadays in the age of technology or modernization. Like we must have these kind of materialistic things or products like bungalows and cars, big cars, like properties in foreign countries. So we are being very very ulterior and very selfish in terms of that productivities or properties. So what do you think? What are your feelings in these type of terms or in these type of senses or feelings?
Yes, I do also want is like this luxurious life. Actually, I have to, and but actually, in my life, I want to have moral values more important more than actually our lifestyle or our life status. Okay, but I want to live a very luxurious life or actually very kind of means standard of means maintain a standard. So actually, that's why I do like, and right now I want to become a lecturer, school lecturer for the geography, and after then, day by day, I will improve um, in my economical condition. Actually nowadays also, but I want stability in my life. Actually, day by day, my age means increasing now. So that's why I want to stable in my career. I have not kind of job, any kind of job since my birth actually. So I want to stable in my life as a government job actually.
Oh, nice. It's a nice choice that you have made. And government job, as far as I concerned that I am actually not a big fan of government job. I am really a very big fan of businesses and tradings and transportations. And I really fell in love in businesses. Actually, because of my parents and because of myself and my nature, I instinctively I can screw it with a bunch of many utensils that I one day I want to rule this world. If I say this word, so this is not a quite good because of my dedication, my hard work. So being a desirable or desiristic person, so that's not a sinful thing. We are not, doing any crime to be a desirable person. We are not doing any, illegal thing that we are being any, desireful or aspirants. If you are aspirants of, if you are optimist, that is not a sinful or any crime that you have, acted upon this that type of thing. Well, Mr. Pratap, you are very well educated person, and I'm feeling very comfortable, and I'm really feeling very great and very proud to be myself that to whom I, that I am to whom I am sitting, who is very educated and very literate person, and I'm very thrilled to be with you actually, and very happy and very it was nice talk to you. So very now I would like to pose a question regarding technologies. It's a very wide or very broad world. It's a very broad world. So now I would like to pose a question regarding technologies. What are your perspectives, your point of views on behalf of your perspective in technology world, in the era of modernization or age of technologies? We are utilizing its each and everything has both sides, negative or positive. What do you think from yours on behalf of your perspective or your point of view or your thought process or your thinking processes? Technology world. There are three types of technologies: futuristic technology, AI, artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, biotechnology. Now tell me about technologies. What do you think? It is helpful or beneficial for our education sector or not?
Mm. Yes, technology is beneficial, but actually overuse of ourselves, like personal use of our personal use, overuse of technology, things like our time consuming of technology ourselves. This is very not healthy for us. I think this is my personal point of view. But if we use for technology as for education, science, for daily life, then it's quite beneficial for us. I think so.
No.
Okay, your voice is actually it's your voice is echoing. Your voice is echo like very kind of गूंज हो जाता है.
Okay, I am in an empty room. Actually, it's an empty room, so it's booming and spreading throughout the room. So that's why sometimes voice is breaking, sometimes it is rapidly accelerating, and throughout the room it is making noisy voices. That's why I think it might be the issue of voice problem or volume problem. And Mr. Pratap, what was your interested subjects? You till now did not tell me the interested subjects. Or
Yes,
interest.
okay. Yeah, my interesting subject is geography. That's why I chosen in the masters. And if I if I say about the second one, then actually psychology and philosophy. Actually, that's my favorite because of I want to know always what is the means views about life and actually means afterlife, before life, and what is the perception about that. Actually, people and actually philosophers and actually psychologists. So actually, na, I was of I have suffered from some kind of mental issues like depressions and these kind of issues. So that's why I want to know about what is this and this kind of what is the perspectives of life and what is the goals going on the life matter. And what is the
Whatever you have selected, whatever you have chosen, and the subjects are really very nice choice or nice, very awesome or remarkable subjects that you have selected. And I'm really big fan of this psychology or geography was considered choice of my honorable teacher. Once I asked to my teacher, his name was Mr. Abdul Hamid, and what is your favorite subject and very interested subject? My honorable teacher told me that my interested subject would be geography. As have been saying to me, my interested subject is geography, or other subjects would be psychology, and also there are multiple subjects that you have counted to me. And but geography is considered, in my opinion, in that sense, geography is there any difference between geography or physics? Physics is also considered nowadays futuristic subjects. My question would be regarding geography. Is there any difference? यहाँ कोई मतभेद है, कोई अंतर है ज्योग्राफी और भूगोल में और फिजिक्स में? Is there any difference between geography and physics? Because once upon a time, Elon Musk, who is one of the richest person on the Earth planet and running 3 or 2 companies, very valuable companies, I think you might have heard about that person on social platforms. He said once, physics is, futuristic subjects. So what would be the difference between these 2 subjects on behalf of your perspective or your point of view? Because in my opinion, that you are a very intellectual person, and you're creating some points that are very remarkable or significant points. So I thought, I felt that I should ask these kind of questions. What would be the difference between geography and physics?
Okay. So I think mm, physics is actually study of our physically physical any kind of and any action and reaction, our atmosphere, our environment actually, and actually it means general uh, our daily life. If kind of motion, any kind of surface movement, actually it's happened in our daily life, or in our, if we see via our eyes, or we can see, and or actually we can't see it, but it's happening. This is study of physics. But related about the surface of earth or under the earth, actually I think study of, you also heard about geology. It's a part of actually science, actually physics, related to physics almost, the part of physics almost geology. So geology is different kind of subject, but related to physics, and most of this related to geography. But geology is under the earth study, and surface of earth study called geography. But in our atmosphere and environment, and physics is a very vast subject, but geography is only surface of earth, and their kind of movement, and then kind of means landscape and land, and these kind of uh, means mountains, you can say, and landslide, and uh, earth means any kind of. I'm also a student, I'm not means this kind of intelligent person about this subject, because I'm also studying right now. So but it's very
Nowadays, once I got know about the definition of about knowledge, in that sense, what would be the definition of knowledge? APJ Abdul Kalam, I heard from the point of APJ Abdul Kalam, who was the 11th president of our country, very honorable scientist, a very great scientist, or significant person, and in that sense, he defined knowledge. Knowledge is equal to creativity plus righteousness plus courage. So creativity was the first step to make any knowledgeable advice or suggestion. First step. So you have a creative ability or eligibility or intellectual faculties, creative ability, like innovators. You can invent, you can reinvent this world if you have that type of strength to resist, or if you have a you know very enough sufficient strength to resist your listening skills, like science fiction books or these kind of books, then definitely you can make some perspectives or some kind of opinions or suggestions or advices on behalf of your perspective or your own mental faculties or your own intellectual faculties. You can put in meanwhile conversing to each other and to anyone. Okay, so I'm quite sure that you have made out of 101% very remarkable point. The way I spoke to you, the way I optimist. I was optimistic. I was anticipating the way I was anticipated to you on behalf of your perspectives or your mental faculties. It was quite sure that I was hoping that the answer would be very nice or remarkable. I'm now I got satisfied that answer was very perfect. You made very you know great explanations or clarifications in that sense. And now I think you are feeling comfortable. I think I'm making you more satisfied, and I'm trying to be more and more comfortable with you, and you are also, I think. And Mr. Pratap, what do you see in the future? Because future is a thing that we cannot anticipate. We can anticipate and we cannot predict. Prediction is very quite difficult thing. And prediction, like anchors are predicting the future. They cannot. Scientists or innovators or inventors or discoverers, they can predict our future. So what do you think about our future? And what would be the technology future, education future in every sector? You just make your own opinion on behalf of your perspectives or your intellectual faculties. And I think you can make, and it's quite easy. You can make like, we should be like a child. Once Albert Einstein also said, and always try to be a child if you want to learn anything.
Hmm. So you are asking to me, so what is the scope of future, right? So
Mhm.
actually, future is a very means can always being very optimistic, as you said, about the future, because uh, tomorrow will be better than our today. Will be hope for always to us actually. So actually, about science and technology, or about the our today's atmosphere, today will be, sorry, tomorrow will be very kind of better and better today, about technology, science, about our lifestyle, or about our kids, about our parents, about our family, our relationship, about our release, and our thinking perspective also will be changed in the future, because if we go to 50 years back, okay, then actually people are quite different rather than than today. Huh? So that's why we will better uh, than we today. The future will be improving lifestyle, and all, all all will be very helpful for us, and actually, yeah, will be very kind of uh, thinkable for us about use of technology, because mobile phone and computer and this kind of uses of is also beneficial and sometimes harmful or injurious for us also. So this is very quite 50-50, but better than all, and the future will be very nice for us.
Nice. And what do you think about climate change? Bill Gates, one
Climate
of
change,
the
no?
richest.
Climate change is
Yeah.
yeah, very means about the use of means physical devices, na? Like we if we take an example of air conditioner, that this is excessive use of that actually it's not safe for our all people, na? Because ozone layer is means surface ozone layer of our Earth's upper side actually. So this is it's not safe, and actually ultraviolet rays also is means coming from that side actually. So it's not safe. So it's and another part of that actually global warming is also not healthy for us. So this it will be thinkable of every human who is educated, intellectual, and who can think about that and who is aware about that. So this will be actually use of that kind of devices, not always be actually luxurious life for actually we should always think about our our future also. That will be also crucial for future use of this kind of environment or climate change, na? So climate is changing day by day, and actually it means tropic areas is not safe. That's why actually means monsoon and rainy season is also not coming in the in on the proper time. So that should be thinkable.
So it's happening due to shortage of shortage of heat or energetic atmosphere. So what is the issue with weather or atmosphere or ecological system of the Earth planet? And what is the issue? Recently, one book came out on social platform written by Bill Gates, one of the richest person. I also purchased that book and just read out that type of book from the beginning to the to the end till the end. Sorry. So that book was quite perfect example and very logical or rational example to make opinions or descriptions, clarifications regarding climate change. That book, namely, how to avoid a climate disaster. So, is there any disaster? Is there any uh, thing that we have faced or tackled since last 2 decades, or what's the difference in an ancient time or now in this era? I think you might
Okay.
have heard about, on behalf of your parents or grandparents. I think over there, so many uh, opinions can be made on behalf of your parents or grandparents, because we don't know what happened in an ancient time or in an immemorial time or past time, what incidents or what type of intents was happening on the Earth planet, or we don't know the temperature of heat, or we don't know. We are not quite sure about these kind of things. In that sense, I'm trying to point out that what kind of disaster or electricity is the issue of this heat or not? What are your issues?
Yes, yes. Continue, please.
Okay, I was posing a question regarding climate change. So
Yeah,
basically, Mr.
you said about our grandparents' experience and about ourselves experience, na? So that's why you was asking about that about that. So actually, I want to say only that actually they in our region, na, like our region, because we are uh, living in the desert area, actually some kind of desert, and actually um, not easy to living for everyone, na? So actually. Uh, so our parents and grandparents, they they lived easily in their past time, but but
Is it true? Is there any black and white thing that is there any black and white thing that is there any difference between this point, or which is made by common masses? Sun is coming down to the Earth planet. That's why heat is exaggerating, and it is very rapidly accelerating like a technologies throughout the world due to electricity or petroleum, or due to vehicles on they are patrolling on roads and their own paths, or I don't know what is the issue, but I think what would be the solution for the medium temperature? Or I think is it the issue that sun is coming down to the Earth
I
planet
don't think so. Actually, because NASA and these are ISRO is also researching about space and actually these kind of issues. So actually, um, I don't think so. Sun is downing. Actually, so that's not. I think not so.
it's
That kind
quite
of.
silly example. It's a quite silly example or a stupid idea that I have generated or I took. And I would like to ask you now, Mr. Pratap, what do you think about you know our ecological system? It would be very heat. It is the temperature would be heat or not? What do you think? Year by year,
Yeah,
or
actually, day by day, na. 1901 to 19 means scientists said that 1 degree temperature increasing in 100 years. Okay, but actually 1991 to 2000, only 10 years, all more than 1 degree temperature is increased in only 10 years, means one tenth part of the time. So actually, it's not uh, healthy for us, or actually, it's a direct reason to means global warming. So actually, means we are not safe in the future. We will not safe. We will not safe. Na? So actually, it's very thinkable or of ourselves. So we should aware to these kind of issues, or we if we are educated and
We are
intellectual.
randomly discussing. We have been discussing. So I would like to ask a question regarding religious scriptures. Over there, it is written explicitly, implicitly, and over there, one thing is clear that like in religious scriptures, religious scriptures, one thing is written explicitly. That is what like I'm being very gentlemen, like not religious script or leaders, like is there any difference between religious thought process and scientific evidences? Or what would be your opinion in religious scriptures or scientific evidences?
So actually, I want to ask what is said in religious scriptures. Actually, means specific about what you want to know.
I wanted to know what is the main branch of knowledge, and where does come from this type of knowledge or testament, or where does come
Okay.
from.
Yeah, this is very much this is not easy to know actually for everyone. Actually, we should always for our childhood actually we all made God on but actually this is
Okay.
something.
Okay. See you later. And it was a nice conversation with you. And it was very significant or very crucial and very vital conversation. And very nice talk to you. When I see to you, I was very happy. And,
Okay, my
you are
dear.
being very, very polite. And I'm also trying to be, actually, I would like to make some of the opinions or perspectives regarding science and scriptures, science and religious scriptures. Tomorrow we will be discussing again. And thank you so much. And tomorrow you prepare on religious scriptures and scientific evidences. And what are the science? Science is reality, and religious is fact. It is said that in the domain of public, in the public domain, and so try to figure out, find out your opinions from your creativity, your mental faculties, intellectual faculties. Just try to narrate or try to describe it. And
Okay.
I'll try my level best to make questions. And you can pose. You have a right privilege to pose any type of questions, any tricky questions you can make, you can create, you can generate your intellectual faculties over here. You can generate new ideas, new theories, new hypotheses to show off your ability. Okay, like a philosopher or like a logical or rational person. Thank you so much. See you later.
Okay, nice to talk.
Take, take care of your life. Enjoy each and every moment of your life. Life is like a cricket game, I said to everyone. And study it well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.